No, stop inspiring me. I have a carefully calculated emotional state I need to do for psionic activities that has a healthy amount of despair built in as the baseline. I have to recalibrate.
Oh, no, I'm feeling too hopeful.
Greer, this is your village, Selahar.
Okay.
This is Parl, where Enthus came from. Simon, I think you've seen this map.
Yes, I have.
This is Chahong, the old capital of the Menti.
So, I've been going along a river then.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a river, not a road.
Mm-hmm. You might have gone down to the old city, or you could have followed this, cut across here.
Yeah, I was going with the caravan though.
Yeah.
Maybe they just went in that direction.
Yep.
Followed the river, went to Selahar?
Selahar, yep.
Selahar. Okay.
Yep. Simon, that caravan was going down Parl to Chahon and like down the river. Your route's gonna, I mean, you're moving east and that would be like a big detour south, so you just broke off with that.
Okay. Yeah. Or I don't know, maybe Palachi's being like, hey, you should go here.
No, he's not doing that.
Hey!
He's not leading you by the nose just yet.
Nope.
He ain't leading me by the beak.
You don't have a beak.
I mean, he called me little bird.
I was not aware of this.
But yeah, because you weren't around.
I'm in charge of metaphors, so...
Yeah. Enthus was probably going to be known as the dove, like, over time, right?
Yeah, if that's...
That's like a title that she could have. The Dove of Palachi.
Something like that. Okay, so... I'm not keeping track of travel expenses until we have Michael in the party. It just seems kind of dumb. We'll just say you had X amount of in-stays in your starting wealth. Sound good?
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Okay, and Greer, we're not going to do a recap. We'll just have Enthus discuss in character.
Yeah.
All right. So, starting Erodia's chapter, Chapter 2, Strangers and Exiles. Which will, of course, start focused on Enthus because of the protagonist.
Of course.
All
Not
right.
the main character.
So Enthus, we're still in the Milelshi. The Menti months are about 2 months long. They have 6 of them, and they're about twice as long as one of our months. Yeah.
Because apparently, for all of our campaign worlds, we just insist on having 365-day years.
Hey, it's 360 days here. One rotation of the sun about Vizig corresponds with a 1 degree rotation in the celestial sphere.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it was made by geometrists.
Is that on, by the way?
It is.
Okay.
Hello, beautiful
Yep.
people.
We have 18 minutes left on this. So
Okay.
I have to hit the button again.
Are you using timers for that?
No, but I'll be checking
Yeah.
more than once every 20 minutes by far, so.
Okay. So, moving east through Menti, we're probably going to have to put like a little thing describing what's happened in the campaign so far for viewers or whatever. Sorry. Moving east through the Menti lands is for Enthus like moving back in time, or at least back to a very particular set of memories. Your flight westward into this area, I imagine, was, a pretty distinctive experience from both the war that followed and the peace you found in Parl.
Oh yes.
Not a very long period of time, but
But it was definitely a journey, and I think I think for her she was just kind of almost catatonic as she was going across
moving
this
in
time.
sort of like a dreamlike blur.
Yeah.
This is, although Enthus might not know this, kind of a common elven reaction to big traumas because
Oh, okay.
the elves have it easy and they don't handle grief in the same way humans
Yeah,
do. So like
I
it
figured.
was kind of an unreal feeling, but at the same time, it's a very distinct part of your life that you haven't really forgotten. Even if it was very short compared to your service in the military or your time in Paro afterwards. So, a bit of unpleasantness to recalling this, but you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be wholly negative. I'll leave that.
Oh yeah.
It definitely is calling up that time. So, aside from the half-remembered towns and landmarks from her original passage with, Enthis starts getting more furtive looks from the Menti and feels more isolated, obviously. Like people like, is that an elf? Is that... Looking at her from afar. A constant reminder that she is a foreigner in a human land. The low rolling hills, the towns nestled in valleys or in the curves of rivers, and between it all, great swaths of forest carpeting the land like a temperate jungle, every plant fighting for space. It comes back to her pretty quickly. And the forest walling off the islands of temperate farmland and pasture. The basic landscape hasn't changed, but the people obviously have. More towns have palisades than they did a century ago, and you even see a few Mountain Valley-type constructions gloomily watching over the landscape from the tops of hills. No great castles yet, not a lot of stone architecture. The Menti are still pretty politically fragmented and can't organize big works like that yet, but they've learned some lessons from Ingor, it looks like. And that's not to say that a more unified war effort isn't possible, because the town that you're stopping into today, Selahar, is after all only a very short distance from the old city where the few high kings of the Menti that ruled reigned from. Only a handful of them, and a very long time ago, but you know, it's something that people look back to now that things are getting tense and a foreign intrusion is making them feel like they're a people and not just a collection of tribes and villages and things.
Yeah. Alright.
Alright, so Enthis, you come to Selahar sort of at the end of a long day traveling. You've moved east across the Malez River, one of the two big rivers in Menti lands, the other being the Rixiv. And you're moving up one of its small tributary streams to the town of Selahar.
Yeah. What time of day is it?
This is like getting on in the evening around 6 o'clock.
Okay,
Yeah.
so sunset.
6 o'clock in summer, so the sun's decently high.
Oh,
still.
okay.
Yeah.
Getting a little orange though.
Yeah, a little orangey. From here, you're planning on cutting east across to Alba or the Rixiv Valley in general, and just keep moving that way to
Okay.
to Ingor.
But, you know,
Yeah.
not too bad to have a decently sized town to stay in for now.
Yep. Selahar is decently sized, which means they have a tavern, but not any others. So, unless you are utterly determined to throw my notes into confusion, you're probably going to be staying at the Red Drake.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Enthis, as you come up the main street, you see the building described to you by the caravan when you broke off with them. Sturdy, comfortable-looking wattle and daub affair nestled between two ash trees at a crook in the main road leading through town. The tavern has a large, somewhat faded sign showing a red dragon curled up asleep under a hill. Smoke pours out of its nostrils and up through a hole in the ground, catching the attention of a small cartoon shepherd on the hill above.
Oh, that's charming.
The sign is pretty well made for a small town storefront, even if it obviously could use a new coat of paint.
Alright. It seems like a charming enough place.
Yep.
I'd like to see what's on the inside then.
All right. Inside, by the way, Greer, is a Rodi Zalaria, since that's what he does now that he he can't even Pinto. Pinto, you showing off the camera? You're not in shot.
Alright.
All right.
So, I'm going to go inside. Is there, so, am I leading into another description, or?
Yeah. You enter the room in your usual manner, which I assume you hitch up your robe and kick the door to open and yell, "What's up, thoughts?" or something like that.
Sup, bitches?
Yeah. Unless you have a distinctive way of making an entrance that would catch the attention of the entire
No,
town.
just going to. I mean, if the door's open, I'm just gonna.
It's open.
Well, I'm just going to walk in.
All right.
not really make eye contact with anybody except for the bartender, maybe.
Okay.
Move up to this bar if there's an empty seat.
Right, so the bar sort of stretches symmetrically, curving around a large bar center. There's big kegs, casks of beer or whatever, and a burly, stout, burly, thick-bearded man behind the counter polishing something.
Oh, is it like a circular bar that goes around a keg in the middle?
It's sort of rectangular.
Oh, okay. But there's like a keg in the middle.
The space you naturally move in through the area is U-shaped around the central.
Okay.
This is a hard thing to.
No.
It's probably not worth it.
I'm getting an idea.
Yeah.
I've got a general idea of what it looks like.
So boop boop boop, and then the patrons are all out here.
Okay. Yeah. That's easy to visualize.
Can I interrupt for a second?
What?
Where do I find seaweed?
You can fish it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Back to our heroes.
Yes, our intrepid hero. All right, so there's low benches scattered around the place.
Yeah. Seems like a pretty nice place too. Like if it's constructed like that and not just in the manner that most taverns are constructed, then I feel like that makes it a little bit
the Red
Drake
was kind of built ahead of the curve. The route between Selahar and Alba wasn't cleared until comparatively recently. And well, you don't know this yet. You might hear it if you talk to the barkeep enough. But he founded the place after retiring from a life as a merchant. So when people were clearing that path, he realized, hey, we're going to get a lot of traffic this way.
And he had a lot of money.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to just sit down at the bar, maybe where.
There's a few stools clustered on the bar. There's a couple of tables off this side, and you see a dwarf at one, kind of puffing away at a pipe.
Okay.
He looks stressed and tired. There's a couple of lizard folk, actually. Too.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is kind of an unusual day for a small town to have this many non-humans passing through.
That's true. And, well, they've got another one.
Yep.
So...
Whether they know it or not.
Yeah. I'm going to,
The rest of the patrons are human. Most of the locals aren't sitting at tables, but more old-fashioned. So there's sort of just ditches in the ground. You go sit down, put your feet in a ditch around a fireplace.
Okay.
Sort of like a dugout pit area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's where most of the patrons sit. There isn't a ton of furniture in here. Most of the tables are reserved for
all right. Well,
people who bought big meals.
I'll just stick to the bar. Go up there, maybe somewhere near where the bartender is, so I can easily order something.
All right. So, Greer, where would the roadies be in the bar at this time?
Maybe chatting with the bartender.
Yeah, you probably would be chatting with the bartender.
All right. And Enfys, the last thing I want to mention you've seen is in the back corner there appears to be a figure hunched over, like the furthest back corner. There's a figure sort of folded over like this, hunching. Can't really see anything. Can you roll a perception check for me?
I gotta get my dice. You see, fortunately, my perception is out the wazoo, so I might be able to make this. I've got +9 to perception. All right, that's 19.
Okay, yeah. So you stop and pause, and it's not moving. Is that a person? Something's off about that.
Okay.
Greer already knows about this, and as Enfys comes in, the barkeep keeps polishing, but at you a little bit to don't tell her. And I just want to see how far this goes before I reveal to both of you, even though this is a thing that Erodes knows. All right.
All right. Well, I'm going to sit down.
And just go up to the barkeep.
Just sit down there. Wait for him to, address me.
Right. So if Erodes is wearing his uniform,
He probably wouldn't be wearing his uniform to the tavern. He'd just be wearing
casual clothes.
Yeah, casual clothes.
Yeah.
He just wears his uniform when he feels the need to look nice.
And official.
Yep.
Yeah.
Temple Day or something like that.
Yep.
Enfys is wearing the armor that she was commissioned by the Ingorist army 93 years ago, but it's under her robes right now.
All right, so
Okay.
you can probably hear a clank, clank, clank from her, but you wouldn't be able to tell it's Ingorisk yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to sit down.
All right.
Just patiently wait.
Are these if there's anything specific you think you and the barkeep would be talking about?
Probably the lizard folk you said were visiting today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These guys
Yeah.
are moving up north, trying
Yeah.
to.
Why don't you guys just like talk about that, and then like you can just notice
sure.
this once she sits down, and we can just smoothly roll into that.
Evening. As this goes by.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the two scalies over there, they come downriver. They're I think they were looking for like a good supplier for mineral things. They were trying to chat with the dwarf earlier, see if he knew anything. I don't think he does. He doesn't really want to talk to him. Yeah, but these guys were going to go all the way up. I think they were talking the Giants Fold as a way, but they're just trying to get metals because they don't have that down in lizard country.
It is strange seeing them about that.
Yeah. And same day as a dwarf too.
Yeah. Definitely don't mind this tavern getting extra business.
I don't.
All right, I say
What's good for you and what's good for you ends up being good for the town as a whole.
Yeah, in broad strokes. Speaking of which, I should go talk to our new customer. Oh, huh. Isn't that an elf?
I believe this is an appropriate knowledge check, and because I am a bard, I can make that appropriate
It's
knowledge.
not really a knowledge check. You don't have to roll to know what an elf is.
I'm also not wearing a disguise.
Okay, so
She has a hood up over her ears and things, but
Yeah.
there's still like little things about her features that say elf to someone who's familiar about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's an elf. This day just gets weirder and weirder.
Yep. Well, I should go deal with that.
My apologies. Would you prefer it if I removed the hood?
It's up to you.
It's your business, ma'am.
I just know that some people get a little bit uncomfortable.
I mean, you're sitting down in my establishment, he says, wobbling over. If you were a problem elf, there probably would have been a lot more swords and arrows involved.
Rest assured, I'm no problem elf. I've actually lived in Parle for many years. It's been over 90 now.
Oh, Clena County, out west.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I got a cousin out there. Not in Parle, but in the county.
Maybe I've taught him at some point.
Right, they had that school marm thing out there in Parle. Is that you?
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
So that business isn't doing too good anymore?
No, it's been doing fine. I have other things that I have to attend to.
Okay.
A quest, if you will.
Well, I won't pry. What will you be having?
What do you have? Do you have any good ciders?
We got ciders, we got beers, we got meads. I think I even got some wine in the back, but that's going to be pricey.
Any cider from Parle? I'm already getting a bit nostalgic.
I don't think from Parle specifically, but there's one like either from Clena or right next to it. I can go look.
Any sort of apple cider you have would
That
be...
neck of the woods? Yep, yeah, we do. He pours a glass for you and comes back. It's wood, but you know, it's a wooden cup.
Yeah. Thank you.
2 coppers.
All right. I fork them over.
All right. So did Emphas take her hood down?
Yeah, at this point she's...
All right. There was a bit
back
of
up.
a hush and then a bit more chatter coming from the local side of the tavern.
Okay. So is this anything like the honeyed liquors that I've gotten from...
You know, if you were an expert, you could probably tell the difference between Parle cider and the cider of the town this came from. You're not. This is close enough.
Yeah.
This would be applicable for a bardic knowledge check, though. Bardic knowledge naturally covers any form of alcohol.
Well, I'm not drinking it, so I don't think I can...
Yeah, what does Arodes usually drink here?
Maybe beer if he's like from Ingor, if they're German.
Germanish, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure,
So
beer.
they'd be big beer fans.
Yeah.
We'll go with beer then.
Okay. This is a much larger place than I'd imagine being in a town of this size.
Oh yeah. I was a bit ahead of the curve on this one, but I think this is a good idea. He says, tapping his nose. I did merchant runs back in my youth.
Oh, really?
Yep. I think I still got the sword up in the attic, but yeah. Well, people have been making new roads, clearing out dangerous areas, and I done the walk from Selahar to Alba a few times, but they didn't clear up that road till pretty recently. When I heard they were doing that, I of course built the Red Drake here, and well, I'm already getting more business than I ought to be.
It's already part of my route to Alba, so
Hey, let's hope you have other business regularly or something like that.
I wouldn't mind coming back. This is a very nice space. I love the way the bar
Thank you
is set up.
kindly. Are you going to need a room for the night?
Yes, please. Do you have any?
I mean, not a room, but we got straw matting up in the attic, and you can get a
Anything that works for the night would be very much appreciated.
Yeah, like 5 copper.
Certainly. All right. So I palm them 5 copper.
Yeah, I was a bit worried we'd run out of rooms to rent. The Scalies over there are going to be moving on pretty quick, they said. They travel at night.
Oh, that is an unusual sight.
Yep.
The dwarf in the corner too, and then me.
Yeah.
It is rather homogeneous
They
out
say
here, isn't
these
it?
things come in threes, and I mean, there's 2 lizard folk. But. Well, anyways.
Groups, yes.
Speaking of threes, can I get you started on the second glass of cider?
I think I could go for another.
Okay.
And I hand him a 2.
Yeah. These are pretty big cups of cider, by the way.
Okay.
He was mostly just checking if you'd want a refill when you were done. I
Yeah.
assume Emphys hasn't been like
Yeah, she's been going at it slowly, but cider's one. I mean, she just likes fruits.
Yeah.
So having cider is
Yeah.
something she enjoys.
Alright, so she's got a bit of a buzz going, but
Yeah.
just a warm thing.
And is it warm cider?
It's not served mulled, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it's summer too. Might be a
Yeah.
little bit better to have it cooler. All right. Well.
Alright.
Yeah. What is Erodi's looking like right now?
He just has pretty simple farmer everyday stuff on. Just
Okay.
Like a simple shirt and.
All right. So nothing that would really catch Enthus's attention.
No.
Okay.
The only thing that might catch your attention is the fact that he has, even though he clearly isn't dressed for combat, he still keeps his what appears to be a broken longsword.
Okay.
I'm not sure how much of a difference between standard military models from my time in the Ingorian military and emphasis is, but
She could probably recognize the design as Ingorisk. I mean,
Okay.
this is, would this be something you had your entire career or awarded once you became Marshal of the King?
this would be probably something he had most of his career.
Okay. Enfys, you want to roll a perception to notice the longsword?
That's a 16.
Yeah, and then just a knowledge check.
Just a flat knowledge.
Yeah, add your int.
9.
Yeah, you can't really tell. This sword might be Ingorisk, but
Okay.
that doesn't mean a whole lot. It doesn't stand out to
Okay.
you.
But I mean, the perception check made me notice the sword.
Yeah, you know he has a sword.
Okay.
Is it not in the scabbard, or how does she know it's broken?
It looks
I mean,
like
there are ways it can be broken besides like broken halfway down the blade, I guess.
Or-
well,
it could
it is broken halfway down. Like he's
Yeah.
like reshaped it to be a short sword.
Yeah. It
But,
could also
like,
be
it
like
still has a very clearly long sword length handle.
Yeah.
yeah. It could also be like the kind of scabbard that's just like a wrap that you put it in near the hilt, and the rest of the sword is visible.
Yeah, it's probably something like that.
Okay.
All right. Well, you notice he's armed.
Okay. I am armed too. I have my longsword. You might notice
that
it,
is
actually.
definitely something.
Yes.
Arodies want to roll your knowledge.
Any particular type of knowledge?
This is just based on like your
History,
personal,
maybe?
Like, this is about your service in the military, so I'm giving you like a +3 to this or whatever. But
Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. All of my knowledge skills.
Oh
are
yeah,
the same.
actually that knowledge skill would have been an 11 because I get a +2 to every knowledge skill.
still probably not enough to
Yeah,
know that this is.
but-
Yeah.
Just something to remember.
If it was a fancy sword, it would probably have heraldry or something on it.
Yeah.
But you, well,
It's an 8.
Okay, so 15 plus whatever bonuses.
okay. And Enthus, what kind of sword is it that you're carrying?
It's a long sword. And one from, I mean, if Orodes knows anything about this, he would know that it is a sword. If he's got a really good eye for this, he would see that it is a sword from a very, very old regiment.
So it's not like there's standardized sword production for military armies usually, but Arodi spent a lot of time in the military. He got to know these things. I'm not saying he's a sword nut. You can decide if he was. Definitely would be playing too tight for you.
Yeah.
He is as much of a sword nut as one would expect from a military person.
A career military man. Yeah. But you do recognize the forge here. And this forge is one that operates out of the city of Whitecliff itself, and its primary market is supplying soldiers. Like, you recognize a stamp in the pommel, sort of like a mold to that.
Yeah. Okay. The buckler might also tip you off as well.
Yeah.
Because
we can roll another thing for that, but
yeah.
It's weird designs. You haven't really seen a whole lot like this, but like maybe on some of the older soldiers back in the day.
Anthus's longsword, buckler, and her scale mail were all from her time in the army, and she's kept them and serviced them for over 90 years.
Mm-hmm.
You might not have ever encountered the model thing, but sword design doesn't evolve that fast under these situations, and the stamp is a dead giveaway. So she has a sword that was probably commissioned for the Ingorisk military, if Orodes is inclined to go talk to her about that.
Interesting sword you got there.
Oh, yes. You noticed?
Well, I could tell it's almost certainly from the Ingorian military.
Yeah, you have a sharp eye. It's kind of a long story, but I did serve Ingor long ago.
Interesting.
You remember the, well, I mean, this might not be a very happy line of conversation, but over 90 years ago, the Ingorisk expansion into Menti territories.
I've read my fair share about them.
I served in that war. Well, it's a long story, but one thing led to another, and eventually I moved west out here, eventually settling down in the town of Parl. But it's been a long time. You have a sword as well. Are you in Gorsk as well?
I am. I was the marshal of the king
Really?
for for a brief time, trying to deal with some rebellion in conquered Menti lands.
Wow, you were of a high station then.
I was high enough to get involved in the politics, not like I really wanted to be involved in the politics, and I lost the politics. Moved out here, and that was a lifetime ago.
Oh.
Now I'm just a retired farmer who was never really that good at farming in the first place.
You must have a lot of stories, though. I'm not sure if I should be deferring respect to you for being of a higher station, or expecting more from you for being a veteran.
Let's call it equal.
So we've had similar paths then, haven't we?
I suppose so. I suppose yours is a bit different in scale. the war was longer ago. You fled farther west. But
Well, I was of lower station. Well, let's call it even. I was an Ingoraskelf long ago. Got involved, moved to Whitecliff and got involved into the military. It's quite a yarn. Lots of complex debacles. I won't go into huge detail here, but it's interesting to meet a kindred spirit.
Oh, what does bring you back here?
Well,
So you're going to Alba?
Well, to Alba and then to Whitecliff. I've got quite a journey.
I would not expect someone who's been gone for 90 years to want a homecoming, but
93. But well, it's actually kind of hard to believe. I've been given a quest. And Enthis gestures towards the tabard on her robe, which bears the image of the white image of a laughing bird.
is this a knowledge religion check that you're going to make me make? Or
Palachi's such a major deity, no.
Yeah.
It's a bird, it's laughing, it's probably Palachi.
Yes.
Palachi gave you a quest?
Yes. Though I'm not sure if I should be I'm not sure if I should be keeping a low profile or not. Well, I told everyone in the village, though I'm not really sure how to go around about telling this to other people, strangers. I'd known everyone in the village. Oh, I'm sorry. I never asked your name.
Rhodys Illyria.
Anthis Avessa. Please.
Pleasure to meet you.
Charmed. But as you can see, a while ago I had a dream, where Palachi himself came to me and spoke of an oncoming conflict that I would play a big role in averting.
This is interesting.
Suffice to say, I don't really understand the details myself, but a storm is brewing, and I'm needed in Whitecliff.
Must be quite the storm, because I have never heard of Palachi being so direct. Are you an actual cleric of his?
I've displayed powers, which is unusual. I don't believe Palachi has ever. I don't believe any of the Benti gods have had a cleric before.
I have not heard of any such thing, and
Palachi
there
did,
are many things I have heard of.
Palachi did make a point of saying that he was, I guess, getting with the times. Well, rest assured that I will be trying to avoid any war as much as possible. I would
appreciate it.
I'm all too familiar with the terrors that it can bring, and I have. Well, I'm invested in the cause of keeping as few innocent lives safe as possible. So worry not.
Innocent lives safe as possible. Got it. You want the most people possible as that.
And then Enthis was evil.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Falling into darkness in session 2.
Can't feel, man.
I don't know. I guess we'd divulge our histories with the military. I think we've read a bit of our characters' respective backstories so far.
I'd probably at some point ask a couple of specific questions about certain battles that you were involved in.
Yeah.
Like the history books were unclear as to what was actually going on in this part, and seeing if you could clear up some details.
Okay, yeah. And this would do best. Alright. Just two vets bonding over different wars.
What language are you bonding in?
I think once Anthis found out that he was Ingorsk, she'd start speaking in Ingorsk.
That's probably a good thing. You were catching some side glances when you were saying you were part of the Ingorsk military. So, but as long as most of the conversation was in Ingorsk after that, they're like, yeah. She's using Erodi's native language. Mm-hmm.
Erodi's is okay.
Yeah. You still catch some side eye, but what you gotta do. All right, as the night moves on, the two lizard folk guys get up and do a little bob bow head motion at Niren, who kind of just waves at them, and they trundle on out for whatever they're doing tonight. The dwarf continues smoking, reading letters, and eating pot roast, basically.
Yeah.
He does not seem to be paying attention to much of everyone. The locals, some filter in, some filter out, basically over the course of the evening.
Okay.
Yep.
I guess as the evening starts to wind down, Anthis has been walking all day.
Yeah.
So all right. So Niren, was the room in back?
Yeah. Ladder. There's in the far back of the inn. There's a ladder propped up.
All right.
Up the attic loft.
I can make myself comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It was a pleasure talking to you, Orodes.
It was indeed a pleasure talking to you as well.
Yes. I might be in town for another day or two, but if I must leave tomorrow, take care.
Likewise.
I don't know if there's some specific salute that people in the Ingorsk military would do at this point.
That would depend on one of you being of higher rank than the other for most of those.
I feel like you might have told me something about addressing fellow soldiers, or I don't know. What would a soldier...
Ingorsk salute, if you have a hand free, is right hand over the heart.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right.
And just that is sufficient for a comrade of equal rank. If you were talking to a superior, you'd have, there's a line you'd say.
Yeah.
The superior says, all proper, and the inferior says, all taken care of, sir, and the superior says, good man. And it's just sort of the sign off.
Okay. Anthis just does this, gives a more of a nod, less than a bow, just kind of a...
Orodes returns the gesture.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, the loft, the attic space is filled with boxes of things and barrels of liquids, and generally is the slightly musty smell you'd expect from a hayloft. Thatch roof, well maintained, and you just tuck yourself into bed. Poor Pinto. Okay, so that's that for this evening.
Yes.
Orodes goes home to his loving family.
Yep.
What time does Orodes leave the farm and head into town in the morning usually?
Probably sets off within a half hour after sunrise. It's not particularly early riser, but he still has the getting it before dawn impulse. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get his morning walk out, take a view of the town.
Yep.
All right. So, Orodes, as you're walking in...
Next morning, right?
Yeah. So you're walking into town, you see a runner coming up from the village, passing... Ilaria. Listen, you gotta hurry on down. You're good for working a search party, right?
What happened?
Sales Farm, so the house nearby. The Astrani, the Astrani family. Someone broke into their house and they're gone.
The entire family?
I mean, just it was just Mia and Lily. That's it. But
One moment, let me arm myself properly.
all right.
Quickly, like, not quite a full run, but like a solid speed walk back into the house. Gets his armor and
Yeah.
his actually still intact sword.
Yeah.
How is his family gonna react to him like busting out the gear?
Your wife
Well,
is sort
this
of knitting in the corner. Miss something, dear?
We have a disappearance on our hands.
Oh.
I'm going to join the search party.
Oh, well, stay safe.
That's what I'm grabbing my weapons and armor
We're
for.
gonna keep the grandkids in today.
Yeah, that's a good plan. Well, hope to see you by evening with better news.
Yeah. All right. She goes up and like, Arodis' wife can be a little fussy about things out here, so she kind of like goes and shuts windows and things around the house and yells out at your son.
Okay.
Okay. So
Alright.
now I am
And
fully
this-
armed, as much good as that would do me in an actual fight.
Yeah.
With
I mean,
my long sword, my short sword, my short bow, and my
Lamellar? You have a Lamellar, right?
lamellar armor. Oh, and a heavy wooden shield.
All right. Enthus, you get woken up shortly thereafter when Nirin comes up the ladder holding a lantern. Miss?
Oh, yes.
Okay,
yes.
good, you're there. A bit of a commotion in town right now. Some folks got snatched.
Is a disappearance?
Yeah.
It's she was getting out of her.
Well, you don't have to trouble yourself. It's not your business.
It is my business. I'll make it my business. If there's anything I can do to help, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, we're organizing outside. If you
All
want to
right.
go outside.
Well, I'll be right out.
Rhodey's, you talked to him last night. He's actually sort of in charge of these kinds of things.
Good. Then we're already acquainted.
All right, Nirin goes back down the ladder. I assume Enthus follows pretty quickly?
Yeah, she gets everything together.
Right.
All right.
All right, so Nirin is over by, and seeing him out from behind the bar, you can see one of his legs is like kind of twisted, like it broke at one point and didn't heal properly. And that's sort of contributing to his rolling gait. He's over by the dwarf when you get down the ladder, like, hey buddy. The dwarf is still at the table he was at yesterday. The pipe is like the pipe.
Oh, hey, by the way,
neatly-
what's the deal with that robed figure?
Huh?
Have I passed by that robed figure again?
Oh yeah. It's still there at the end of the bar. As you get down, you're like, what?
I'm just gonna.
It's stiff, not moving.
I'm just going to, like,
Go over to it.
just kind of like give
Yeah,
it.
the hood is pulled way low, so it's like you can't even see.
I'm gonna give it
into the-
a nudge.
Okay, it tips over. This is a broom handle.
Yep.
Nirin's like, what? Ah, yeah! I was worried.
At this kind of, she kind of stifles a chuckle.
See, here
I shouldn't be celebrating.
Here I was thinking the joke was you just had like a statue of a hooded figure carved just in the back just to spook people.
She stifles a chuckle and says, "What's this one's name?"
We call him Terry. I was gonna, yeah. I shouldn't be celebrating. But-
All right, so back to business.
So he shakes the dwarf a bit and is like, hey, there was a kidnapping. Is this my business? No. The dwarf is like, so his pipe has been laid out neatly next to like his inkwell and pen next to like one of the stacks of letters he's been working
What kind
on.
of?
His plate has been shoved to the side and he is face first on the table.
How is this dwarf dressed? Is he dressed officially?
I mean, seems to be in a very rough way, like a merchant dwarf. He's pretty armored for this trip, but he doesn't seem to, he's not wearing like dignitary robes with like obvious heraldry.
Okay. Well, not important. So.
Anyways, after Nirin does his duty by informing his dwarven guys, no. Nirin trundles over to the bar and like reaches under the table, grabs a piece of chalk, and makes a mark on the underside of the counter because it counts. You checked, it counts. That's for everyone who falls for Terry.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go find where people are organizing.
Yeah, so the crook in the road just a bit down from the inn is where there's like a crowd of people. Mostly men of the village, some women. They're looking like, this among things. Couple of kids peeking out of windows and a few ones that were poorly watched, like coming to the edge of the group. People who know them are like, hey, go home. But pretty soon Erodes is going to show up.
Okay.
So the chief is there, like standing in the center, looking pretty official. Yeah, okay, you're here. Gonna start splitting up for parties, check the woods around here. I don't know what did it. If you want to go take a look at the Astrani house. The Astranis are recent...
They're from Estron.
Originally, it's way back. Mia and Lily showed up here. Father is not a part of the picture, as far as anyone's aware. Mia mostly weaves. She knows how to do kind of exotic-looking textiles that are, just valuable enough to mean that she can support the household, just the two of them.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the name is Astrani, but they weren't obviously foreign. They came from somewhere up in the north of the Menti lands, as far as you guys are aware.
Okay. So, I'm going to approach this crowd. I'm going to approach Erodes. Alaria.
Coming to join the search party?
You're right.
Much appreciated. Okay.
The chief seems a little taken aback by you moving out. Excuse me?
Oh, an acquaintance from last night of Erodes.
Right. She joining the thing?
I'd be more than happy to help in any way that I can.
No, yeah, I mean, it's just, she on the up and up? Alright.
If you don't completely trust her, that's fine. I'll take her with me as I
The up and
check
up.
out the scene.
Yep.
Otherwise, everyone else split up groups of 3 at least.
Not to worry, I'm familiar with Menti customs. I've lived in Parle for over 90 years.
Clemson County? Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, he seems mollified a little bit by that. As long as Erodes is watching him, he's okay. This really wouldn't be as big of a deal if someone hadn't got kidnapped last night and you were asking to join the search party.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Erodes
parties
finishes
of
up
3. It's great that you mention that because I'm not sending 2 support classes into a risky situation like this without a little bit of backup. So what I'm going to do for you guys is I have this NPC codex whose purchase I need to bustify, and you can pick a first level support guy just for this encounter, so no one gets killed.
Okay.
Or at least so that the risk of you getting killed is not too excessive.
Mm-hmm.
You can pick a barbarian, another bard, but I wouldn't do that. A fighter.
Barbarian,
A ranger.
fighter, paladin, ranger might be good too.
There isn't a paladin.
A good melee
You
class.
can just throw something out, and I'll say if you have one. And so
Go with the fighter.
Yep, you got a fighter. Let's go look at the fighters. Yep. Corbin.
Okay.
Corwin serves as one of the 3 or more local men that sort of act as a town guard. The guys who.
The people you go to when there is the occasional need for physical.
The big tough guys oiling their swords along the road at times of day when the passerby are kind of suspect. The town strong dudes.
Yep.
Yeah. Any relationship between Corin and Erodes?
He knows Erodes. He tolerates his presence, trusts him to be a functioning member of the community. He probably approached Erodis a few times to talk about swordcraft and things, but Erodis isn't the best sparring partner, so that's as far as that went. But yeah, so he comes up, got his stuff ready. Would either of you like to control Corwin directly?
Do you have a strong preference one way or the other?
As a PC to rent for the time.
I mean, if you don't want to control him, I'd be fine running him, but
if you'd prefer not to, I can handle him.
I'd rather not. So.
Yeah, there are certain things that I should probably ever control. Yeah, that's right. There's a thing. Okay. Yeah. Corwin nods at you and falls in line. Lyria. Back into
And
business.
guest. Just looking at the stats.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So Corwin has had some better training from other people in his youth. He did mercenary work for a little bit. He's staying with his cousin in Solara for the time being. Maybe thinking about settling down or deciding if he wants to do another mercenary tour. That's his story. That's probably all we're going to need to know about him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he's got decent enough equipment. Okay, so you guys are going up to the Astrani household.
Yep.
Okay. He's got a cold iron dagger too. Unless you don't use it.
Smart.
Yeah, first level is weird because first level NPCs have way better gear than first level PCs, and that's the only level for which that is true.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's in the middle of first level. That's what that means.
I don't know.
A first level NPC has better gear than a starting PC. But,
yeah, I suppose.
Okay. So you guys head up to the Astrani place to check it out.
Yep. All right. Is this kind of a little bit of ways out of town? Well, what's this house like?
So the Astrani house is built on a little plot that is technically the corner of someone else's farm, but they said the Astrani that me and Lily could live there. They got some local men to help set up. There's been a guy in town courting me, and he was very helpful in that process. This was only a year ago that they showed up. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So yeah, just a tiny little place built on sort of a rough patch. It would be pretty hard to plow up here, which is part of why they got it. Yeah, and after that there's just a dip in the road, and then it gets back into Selahar proper, town buildings. The Butcher's is the next place down the road. The door is ajar, and the farmer whose land this is technically built on is sort of looking inside, shaking his head.
Okay.
He's
What's the farmer's name?
Sale.
Sale. What do you know of the situation so far?
Huh? Rodies, yeah. Sale isn't a townie, so he and you aren't on as, close terms.
Okay.
But he knows you're decent, and Corwin's here.
Mm-hmm.
And, hi, he waves at you. Yeah, so just look at the place, it's trashed.
Yeah, I can see that.
So on the inside, everything has sort of been torn out and strewn all over the place in a way that kind of looks systematic. There's clothes over most of the floor, and they've been scuffed around in the dirt a bit. There's flour spilled over most of the kitchen floor and things, and that's been scuffed up a bit too. And so there's not any obvious valuables in the house left that you can see, but there's bits of tools and things that could sell for a decent amount of money that you think it strikes you as a little bit weird taken. Her loom is still there, and there's nice mechanical pieces on that. There's also several of her tapestries and things hanging partially completed or ready to cloth she's made, clothes and things that are kind of nice quality. I mean, maybe not worth taking, but just kind of confusing. You guys want to roll perception checks?
Yeah.
That is a 23.
Oof. I am not on my game today. I rolled a 1.
Alright, Enfys, you notice a small wooden box with like a little lock on it under the bed, sort of wedged away in the dark. Yeah, you're giving this place a thorough look, obviously.
I'm going to pull this out. Is it locked?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Any idea what this lockbox is?
Want to make another check for finding the key?
That's a 16.
Yeah. Okay, so after pulling it out, you search around the bed a little bit more, and stuffed in the pillow is a sort of hard object, and the end is bundled up in a weird. It's not sewn shut. It's just sort of like tied up at the end.
Okay.
Pulling that open, you find a little key, and you open the box.
All right. What's inside?
There's a small pile of silver and gold pieces.
Well, these aren't mine.
Yeah.
I can't take these.
Yeah.
Huh.
There's like 20 silver, 10 gold in there.
Someone was saving up.
Yeah.
Well.
And there's like weird little scritches and scratches along the surface of the box, but it looks like it was just they played with it a little bit and then shoved it back in.
So the entire house has been ransacked, but nothing of significant value has been taken.
It seems like they were trying to get at whatever was in here. I don't know. Can you identify these scratches?
Is there a knowledge check I should bother rolling to identify?
Yeah, this would be knowledge, nature, dungeoneering.
If it's identifying humanoids, it's knowledge local.
It's not humanoid.
Okay.
I actually don't have either of those two knowledges. I mean, I can still roll, but...
I only got a 12.
So I still got higher because...
Yeah.
Bards.
What'd you get?
I got 15.
15. That's probably not enough.
Okay.
Sale's looking around like weird. They took her knives. He's sort of standing in a little kitchen area, which is just the area by the fire with like a few shelves and things. Also, the tapestries aren't taken. This is all things you got for that 23 perception check, but it's just I'm presenting it to you as you.
Yeah. I get it.
Also, none of the finished work is taken, but like lots of bits of twine and things, like a lot of the yarn is gone. Spun stuff, but like she'll still have like things of wool or little bits of flax, but most of like the processed fabric is gone.
Okay.
Just the thread at least, not the actual cloth.
Yeah. So they took the materials, but not the finished product. Somebody planning a crafts project or something?
Knives, people,
and cloth, and thread,
cord.
Want to roll an insight check?
Are we dealing with some cannibals? Some sort?
Do you want to roll insight?
Well, what's insight? What's that fall under?
Just roll a check for me, or maybe wisdom. 10 plus your int. Or 10 plus your wisdom, whichever's higher.
That's
11.
Gosh, that's just an 8.
All right.
Corwin, what do you think?
Yeah, let's give him a shot. He rolled a 3, so no. Yeah.
I don't know. Ah, shit.
He just sort of scratches the back of his head. Weird they didn't leave footprints in the flour.
Oh, is there flour scattered?
The kitchen area is like covered in flour. So clothes and tools and things are strewn about like one half of like the little. It's a one-room shack. clothes and things are strewn all about the floor on the other side, and they're all like trampled and scuffed all over the place. But
no footprints in the flour, though.
yeah, I should say it's not like you can see obvious footprints in the clothes. They've just clearly been messed up a lot.
Okay. Probably didn't leave any footprints in the dirt either. Let's see. Gosh. Gall dang. You little dice.
They are bad and wrong dice that are mean and nasty to my good players.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of other things.
Okay,
all the food is gone, but the cooking herbs are left behind.
Okay.
I'm sorry if I am giving you clues in like an annoying order, but like I'm just thinking of little things that can help. Like there's
there's clothes and whatnot strewn about on one side.
Yeah.
And flour on the other.
Yeah, like as soon as the clothes stop, basically is where the flour spread starts.
Is there any flour on the clothes or clothes on the lying on top of the flour?
Looking at it, there's flour on some of the clothes. The clothes aren't really laid down over an area that, like, if you peel them up and look, it's not like they were strewn over areas that had flour.
So the flour happens second.
Yeah.
It appears. Okay.
The food's gone, the herbs are still around.
There's like a couple of vegetables, celery things left behind too.
Okay. So
one of them has like a bite out of it, but
Huh.
like a celery stick got snapped in half, and the rest of the celery's on the counter and on the floor.
Okay. Any bite marks or was this broken?
It's kind of hard to tell from like it was bit, but like.
what do I
you
know?
can roll. Okay, you can.
What
Yeah,
do I know about lizard folk?
Lizard folk. Okay.
Like, I as a player was suspecting this for quite a while. I just was waiting until I had enough clues for our roadies to reasonably suspect possibly the lizard folk. I'm not. What knowledge check?
Knowledge local, because they're humanoid.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can roll
13.
13. Lizard folk will eat just about anything.
Okay.
Yeah. If you're suspecting them, it's kind of weird that they left even the celery. They'll go through that.
Okay.
So you were saying like something I could roll for possibly to do with like we were talking about the bite. That was
Okay. Yeah. You can roll a knowledge, nature, knowledge, engineering on the bite marks in like.
Okay. That is a 28.
Okay. So something small, tiny, sharp teeth bit into this. Not like a goblin bite, though.
I mean, obviously, I know what this.
You've
is.
seen, Simon's been seeing, like.
I was around when he was preparing it. I was like, oh, you're doing
looking
that.
over my shoulder.
Okay, so something small with sharp teeth, not like a goblin's though.
Yeah, spaced out more than goblin teeth would be, and not crooked all over the place.
Okay, I'm voicing these. I'm just speaking out loud as I'm looking at this. Detective Avessa.
Yeah. You, yeah.
Okay. Not lizard folk, though. I think we can... I don't know.
Yeah, lizard folk have much larger mouths than us.
Yes. That doesn't really fit with them.
Yeah, like, you can start... At this point, I think it's kind of reasonable to make leaps here, but you're describing something small like that,
But similar to a lizard folk.
Yeah, that leaves little scratches and scritches on things. There's not a clue that it's similar to lizard folk, but the scratches on the box, combined with this, maybe you can start putting it together.
Okay. Are you going to let me, outright say
I'm
what it
pretty
is?
sure what it is kobold.
I'll let you roll an insight check.
Okay. Natural 20.
Okay, yeah, this is good.
I think we have kobolds on our hands.
Oh, okay.
Not very pleasant.
I mean, technically better than goblins.
I suppose I would take kobolds over goblins.
Corwin's been kind of silent.
Kobolds are pretty crafty.
Makes,
I don't want to try track.
Kind of makes a motion with his hands.
I mean, the problem with kobolds are easy if you can get them in a fair fight. The problem is they won't let you get them in a fair fight. Well, there's traps and whatnot.
All right.
Okay.
Well, are there any kobolds in the general area around Selahar?
No,
There's not been any news of kobolds or anything in the area.
Okay.
We might want to ask around town a bit, see if people have heard anything.
Yeah, probably should.
I mean, otherwise we could look outside and see if there's any traces of the kobolds leaving.
Here.
Corwin, do you know anything about tracking?
Let's just look around outside, see if we can spot anything of immediate interest. Otherwise, we'll go back and relay the news that we are looking for kobolds.
Okay. Tracking is survival, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm peeking at Corwin here, and he does have +5 survival.
Yeah. Like, I didn't know which of the NPCs you.
Okay, that is a 22.
Corwin gets an 18, so he assists.
Okay.
24. Okay. Enthis, as you're getting out, your elf eye is kicking. Yeah.
Yeah, and this has some pretty, like, if you look under them under the right light, she has some pretty striking red eyes.
Mm-hmm. They're a deep brown, red, sort of in between.
Yeah. But if you get them in the right light,
technically red, but a pure brown from.
You're like, whoa, those are some red eyes.
Oh yeah. All right, so.
But she has very good eyes.
So he gets down and starts like crouching and looking. So after a while, it seems pretty clear why the kobolds picked this household.
It's isolated.
Yes, and it's also at a bit of a distance from the road, so like they can approach the front door and things without having to go through too many areas of dry dirt that would leave obvious prints. You actually can't really find many footprints of the kobolds, but what you do find are like swishes in the grass, like they just like behind them to try and like cover things up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But that counterintuitively made it so that it's pretty easy to see where they're leading.
Right. It doesn't look like animal tracks until you start realizing that's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
The swish pattern goes out a bit from the house and off into the woods around town.
Okay. It looks like they've gone into the woods.
Well, we better follow them. We don't want... The worst case scenario is they get to their den before we catch up to them. Because we never know what trap they might have set up for us.
No time to spare. Corwin, are you prepared to set out?
Yeah. I mean, we can run back to town, tell them to, but...
We don't want to lose the time.
Well, let's
we have a chance to catch them
the guy who was in the hut. We can send him.
Sail. You can go tell him we're going off this way. We'll probably leave more of a trail than he did. Okay. So you guys go off into the woods.
Into the unknown.
Roadies, I think we're lost.
I think this is the sample picture for Corwin's too, and that's kind of a funny looking guy.
Yeah.
So.
Corwin isn't that dressed up, but it's a funny picture.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep him over here. All right. So can you both make more survival checks for me just to determine?
Okay. 12.
20.
I assist.
My hot +2 survival.
I have +3.
Okay.
Because when you're a cleric, you don't really got a lot of skill ranks.
All right.
Nope.
So you guys move into the Menti Woodlands. This area's pretty dense and things, but yeah.
Yeah.
What were your survival checks again? Sorry.
12. He got 20.
Yeah. Arodes, you lead the trace here. The kobolds picked up the pace out here. It was clear that they were, less concerned once they were deeper in the forest about getting caught.
Can we get a general idea of how many kobolds we have on our hands?
3, 4.
Well,
And they're dragging 2 full-sized humans?
You see human footprints like going with them too. Sorry. Like 1 pair of human footprints, and then like 3 of the kobold footprints are sort of like clustered around each other, like they were carrying something between them, and another set of kobold footprints sort of off to the side, close to the human.
Okay.
any signs of struggle?
Not out here. Yeah.
Okay. Enthis is going to draw her sword, and she's also going to have her holy symbol at the ready.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let's see if I can put these powers to the test. Oh, by the way, the spells I have prepared today are Bless and Protection from Evil.
Mm-hmm.
And I can also cast either Know the Enemy or Calm Animals.
Okay.
From my domains.
All right. So you guys are walking along. Arodes, you get a plus. You both get +2s on this. Roll perception for me.
That's 24.
Okay.
Well, that is...
No, that's 25.
That is like 3. Because I rolled a 1 again.
Ouch. All right, Enthis. As you're moving through like a tough area of bushes and things, you stop the group suddenly.
Wait!
All right, strung through the bush, drawn taut, but like kind of cleverly tied between like a. It's tied in the shrubs at this point, so it's kind of hard to see. But like there's a line.
Twine?
Yeah.
All right. Just step over the line.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And can I get a second perception check from you guys?
Now, unmodified?
Unmodified.
That's another 24.
Okay.
16.
So you hear a voice, raspy, like a dog that's kind of sick or something, as you would characterize it, going, "Hit, hot, hit, mela, mela." All right. So you don't recognize the language. None of you speak it, I don't think.
It's probably Draconic.
Yeah, you can infer. Okay. Coming from up ahead. The twine is like very loosely curved around an encampment and things. Corin gets in Los and says, there's like a river a bit up that way. I think they're at the side of it.
It sounds like they're maybe counting?
Oh, by the way, I will have message spells up at all time on both.
Okay.
Both.
Corwin shimmies a little bit as the uncomfortable magic.
Okay, I'm going to cast Virtue on myself,
Okay.
giving myself a temporary hit point, and I'm going to tap the other 2 as well.
Okay.
Ding, ding.
Yeah, because technically message just lasts 10 minutes per level. So
Oh,
I can cast it, and then at any point within those 10 minutes I can whisper message. So you two can't, you can't talk to Corwin directly, but otherwise we can communicate just fine.
Yeah, I'm going to, I tap everybody with a Virtue, so we've all got 1 hit point, and, let's just tap a Guidance to everyone, too. So +1 on the next D20 roll.
Okay.
Because we need all the hit points we can get.
Charger I could borrow from my phone.
Micro, you can speak?
Yep.
Yeah. It'll be if you have the PS4 one down here.
Yeah, I think we do. Here we go. Here we go.
I mean, we can also just plug it directly into my laptop.
No, we've got an actual board now. There you go.
Okay.
So Orban gets into position. Should I be in front or you guys?
Well, my fighting, I'm, as we all know, well past the days where I am particularly useful in a direct scrap, so.
Okay. Are we gonna try and sneak up on them?
That would be advisable to attempt. Worst thing that could happen, we make enough noise, they hear us anyways.
Because it's hard for me to sneak in armor. Not to say I want you two going in there on your own, but if you think it's smarter, I could hang back and just charge in if it goes south.
I'm not particularly good at sneaking myself.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
this,
We'll just
you
do
have,
this.
yeah.
Well, I'm wearing armor too.
Alright, you know what the penalty of breastplate is going to do to his...
That's about
Minus three, I think.
believe.
Okay. +2 from his dex, so not the worst.
It's better than my overall penalty.
Okay.
I'm not sneaking.
I'm assuming you two at least got positive rolls.
No,
Corwin got a 1.
What did you get?
-2.
I also got -2. Do you not have a dex modifier?
No.
Oh, this is good. Well, our token attempt at stealth was definitely token.
Yeah, Corwin sort of stumbles a bit, bumps into a row of these, which sends him off balance, grabs him for thing, and then there's just a loud clang.
And then Emphas just screams for no reason.
Yeah, this catches Emphas off guard and she yelps. There's a sudden flurry of activity from up ahead. And then,
Well, worth a try now for the hard way.
Yeah.
okay. So, you guys plunge on ahead, or you just wait?
Let's see. Yeah, let's just go.
Yeah. Let me get the map set up. Is it down here?
It's right here.
Okay. One is sitting, looking into the fire before you came. Now he's got his head sort of turned up and around, looking at you. Yeah. So, like, you made the noise, and then this is how you saw the camp as soon as you got close enough for them to make visual contact. So, one is sort of like standing next to the fire like this, staring out at you. His eyes are filmed over with a cataract, is what we would call it these days, but now it's just milky eyes or whatever. Or maybe they called it cataracts back then. I don't know. He has a small, like, lizard thing perched on his shoulder that's staring at you intently.
A familiar.
Gink the mage.
Standing behind him is a guy with a spear. He has, like, a line of fishing line pulled up at the ground by his feet. He's now just like in this mode, pointed at you. This kobold over here is standing at like a nest of tools and things. He's also got his weapon out. Looks like he was sharpening punji spikes or something. Various nasty kobold things. And this one was fishing. This one, there's like a little piece of paper on the ground. You can't really see what's written on it, but he was sitting next to this guy before you showed up. The film, they have greenish blue scales, most of them, except for the one by the fire. He's more of a red. He holds up a hand and says, "Stop, stop," in common a few times.
Menti?
Yeah, Menti.
Okay.
Valeria.
You know of me?
You, Alaria,
Yes.
need you.
For what?
Bounty.
From?
Human chief.
There are a lot of those.
East, Sunways.
Looks like my past has caught up to me. Okay.
What's this about? Corwin says, sort of straightening out of the
Oh
back.
yeah. Also, these are like the people, right?
Yes. Yeah. Wow.
Okay.
I'm a dunce. Yeah. So Mia and Lily are tied to a tree. Lily is entirely gagged, and she's just like looks very upset. Mia's keeping quiet in a way of someone who has been told to shut up or else.
Yeah. Who's? It's mother and daughter, right?
Yeah. Mia is the mother.
Okay. How old is her daughter?
Lily is like 4,
Oh.
so not a good cooperator.
Yeah.
So, Corbin just asked what this was about, right?
Yeah.
I would assume that the enemies I made back when I was in the Ingorian military, specifically my Ingorian
Ingor.
Ingorian.
The red-headed lizard bobs his head. His eyes aren't completely tracking you, but he's like got an ear cocked at you now. Ingor.
Well, I made enemies that did not like how I oversaw that particular war. They got me exiled.
Apparently, they still have business with you, though.
Apparently they do.
Lots of golds. Lots of golds.
Let me guess.
We don't
I
need
turned
the
myself
golds.
over to you, you let them go. And let those two go, right?
Again. We trade?
Yes.
Yes, trade. Smart. Corwin's like, I don't like this.
Allow me to think for a moment.
We're not doing it.
I am going to attempt to cast the spell Biting Words without giving away that I am casting a spell.
So what, like a bluff check, or?
Sure, we can call it a bluff check.
I'll look at the spell description.
It's basically I cast the spell and then
Is
as a
that
standard action I get to blast someone.
in the core rulebook?
No.
Okay, then you won't find it in there.
Okay, yeah. Can I see the spell description? There we go.
Basically it's a standard action to cast and then based on my level I get a number of standard actions, a number of attacks, each as a standard action. So I'm basically
That's
just trying
one-
to prep it.
Verbal and somatic.
Yep.
Okay, as soon as they start casting, they're gonna notice, like, but this is something that is like kind of weird to it's not like an obvious casting thing, like if you were a wizard, and they don't know your magic.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about just getting like a +4 in your initiative roll? Is that fair?
Sure.
All right. So Corwin's like, what are you doing? And I assume, are these you turn to offer a rebuttal to the lizard man?
Yep.
All right. And as you start making the gestures necessary, the lizard looks confused for a second, like, and the other ones start running at you. Everyone roll initiative, please.
All right, I got 14. Add the extra 4 though.
Yeah. No, that's the only bonus I have to that 8.
Yeah.
And with my -3 from Dex, that's a hot 9 on initiative.
All right, let's see here.
I've got Warrior of Old as a trait, which gives me extra initiative.
So can I hear you guys again?
14.
9.
Well, that's the price you pay for 22 charisma.
It is. Once this attack comes out, it's going to be quite the attack. It's going to be a hot +6 to hit with a 1d6 +6 damage.
I'm just gonna pull this up because I'm gonna cast a spell, and I just want to make sure we have the rules right away.
Yep, and Corwin gets the lowest. Okay. Alright, first one that Moot goes is the Sorceress Kobold.
We gotta gank the mage.
You always gotta gank the mage first. He knows this, and does not, like... He shoots a magic missile at Corwin. He, like, twists his hands around, utters something and even more guttural draconic than usual, and a bolt of flame flies out of his hands. It sort of trails loosely in the air for a split second before it seems to catch where Corwin is. You notice the little lizard's head tracking, like, tightly as the kobold sorcerer moves around, and it snaps into our armored friend, splashing across his armor and dealing 3 points of damage through it to him. Ouch! Poor Corwin.
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah, leaving him at... pretty respectable, actually. Is that right?
He's got toughness.
Yeah. So he had 15 from you. 15 minus 3. Alright. Corwin grunts as the blow hits him and raises his sword up. Yeah. Enfys, it's your move.
Alright, I'm going to give Corwin a little tap with my finger.
Mm-hmm.
May the crow walk with you. And he now has protection from evil on him.
Okay. And that'll just boost his AC against their attacks?
A +2 deflection bonus to AC and +2 resistance bonus on saves. Also, he immediately receives a saving throw, an additional saving throw against any spells or effects that possess or exercise mental control. The saving throw is made with a +2 morale bonus. The most important thing is the +2 defense, though.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm assuming these things are evil, if they're just
they're
kidnapped.
evil.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're bad dudes.
Enfys' turn.
Yeah. Protection from evil.
Alright.
Fly like a crow.
Everything in the green is difficult terrain.
Okay.
So these guys get 30.
Are they just in a bush, or?
No, this is like this is a little clearing.
Oh, okay. So we're in difficult terrain.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Alright. 5, 10, 20, 30. One of them runs out here like an idiot with his spear at the ready. Yep.
Is it just a normal spear?
Yeah.
Not a long spear.
Yeah. This one takes a 5-foot step closer to the fire and whips out his sling and aims it straight at Rhodys. Has a +3 to hit.
Okay.
Does a 19 beat your armor class?
Probably.
1d3 minus 1. Oh. It's a minimum of 1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's 1 non-lethal, but...
One non-lethal then.
Kind of hurts.
Ow! Yeah, a rock hits you in the shoulder and like, ow, that kind of hurt. And this guy, 5 foot, steps up and whips his sling at
Ethos.
Yeah.
My AC is 16.
Mm-hmm. He doesn't beat your AC.
Sweet.
All right.
Takes off of my robe.
Roadies, it's now your turn.
Okay, I finished casting my spell, and as my move action, draw my shield.
Okay, so you're making a ranged touch attack against...
Oh no, the casting the spell is one standard action.
Right.
Using the attack as a second standard action.
Yeah.
So I can't attack until next.
But once you cast the spell, it resolves as a ranged touch attack against them.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, so...
But I can hope.
Oh, you aren't using it yet.
Or were you saying like I could, or was casting the spell like the round before? I was confused.
No, this is your action.
So it takes one standard action for me to cast the spell.
Right.
So I can't attack this round.
But the spell is a ranged touch attack.
No, the spell resolves as an effect on me that lasts a minute per level.
I thought you were casting Biting Words.
Yeah. It lasts a minute per level. Anytime during its duration, I can make a ranged touch attack.
Okay. No, okay.
That reduces the duration by a minute.
Okay.
So effectively, I get one attack per level with it.
All right. Sorry, I misread the thing when you gave it to me. Yeah. Okay, so you're now primed and ready to go, and you got your little shield up.
Yep.
Okay. Next is Corwin's turn. He...
Fuck him up!
Fuck him up! And Corwin rolls to attack Kobold number 2. Kobold number 2.
Kobold dose.
Oh, roll to confirm that. Okay, I don't believe that hits.
Oh, did he almost crit?
He almost crit.
Aw, dang.
Yep. But that's still plenty to do some nasty damage to our little Kobold Warrior 1. Alright, 1d8 plus 3. 8. He's down. Oh, I'm sorry.
Whoa, dear.
What is that, kitty?
Yeah, that was... Yeah.
Aw.
Okay.
Yeah, I just stepped on his tail.
That would be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get most concerned of it.
Yeah.
It's a cat.
Alright,
And so
so...
watch out for all the cats in this house. Alright.
All like 10 of them.
So he just decapitated that
Yeah, he
poor
just
thing.
like cut him a long blow along the length of its body. It spilled its guts a little bit. The kobold stumbles backwards, tries to regain, and then slumps forward. Dead.
Well done, Corwin.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Now from Corwin it goes back to the top of the initiative. Kobold number 1. All right. Simon, you know more about this than I do. How does color spray work?
Okay, so color spray is a save. Let's look it up because it is.
Oh, this could go bad quickly.
Yeah, color spray is a. Well, it's not fun for the people on the other end of it. Color spray. So we have to make will saves. Let's see. Will negates and spell resist. Okay. Each creature within the cone is affected according to its hit dice. We're all 2 hit dice or less. So if we do, then we are unconscious, blinded, and stunned for 2d4 rounds. And then blinded and stunned for 1d4 rounds.
How
And then
big is-
stunned for 1 round.
How big is the cone?
The cone is 15 feet.
So, boop. Like this, or?
I think it goes to here, maybe?
Greer? 1, 2, 3.
My understanding, a 15-foot cone on hexes would be 1, 2, 3.
Okay, like that. Okay, so he's not casting it this round then, because he doesn't want to
Get close.
Gank the fucking mage!
Yep. What he does do is cast another magic missile. Now he'll actually step back because he's kind of scared of this guy after what just happened. And he's going to magic missile him again. Another bolt latches on, does another 3 damage to Big Tough Corwin. Oof. Oof, ouch.
Oh.
Alright, after that it's Enthus's turn.
Okay. So I'm going to start moving along here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to cast Bless on us.
Alright, you're in difficult terrain, can you move? Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. I just did 1, 2, 3, 4 because that's how I can move with my armor.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Bless. So everybody gets +1 to their attack rolls and +1 on saving throws.
Okay. These guys. This one steps over here in front of the girls and tries to whip you now, Enfys. Does a 19 beat your armor class?
It does.
It does. Good for this guy. He only gets 1 subdual damage, I think. Yep.
Okay. That just gets rid of my virtue then.
Okay.
Well, non-lethal damage is weird.
Okay.
Technically, non-lethal damage just stacks up, and if your non-lethal damage is ever higher than your total hit points at the moment, you fall unconscious.
Yeah.
It doesn't subtract from your current hit points.
It's weird.
Okay. So.
Yep.
Okay, so.
You could write your total amount of subdual as that number followed by S.
Well, I mean, there's a space for non-lethal damage.
Okay.
So I've taken 1 point.
Ouch.
Alright. Well, whatever.
This guy steps closer to Mia, and he also whips at you, trying to control that flank. But I don't think an 11 hits you.
No, sir.
Alright. You see him drop the sling in frustration after that and start reaching, but that won't be important until his turn. His next turn, and yeah. Herodes.
Okay.
It's a shame we don't have Bardic Performance right now.
It is, but I wanted to finish this fight quickly, and I figured more attacks is more important right now, because there's only 3 of us to do attacking. So, I call out in my now magically infused voice. You have made a mistake of siding with my enemies, foul scum of the earth.
What language do you do that in?
Ingorian.
Okay.
He's got some understanding of it. Alright, come on. Yes, okay.
So that's a lot over 20.
What are you
25.
targeting? Who are you targeting?
The mage.
Yep.
Oh, is it based off of your charisma?
Yes.
Ah.
So now it's a d6 plus 6.
Ooh.
10.
10 damage.
Alright. So there's your voice passes out in a shimmering wave, almost faster than the eye can see, and the blind kobold leader, it hits him, and a half second later his neck contorts a bit, and he arches you've seen a fossil of a fossilized dinosaur, how they kind of throw their neck back like that. That's what he does, and he sprawls on the ground. Blood leaks a bit from his ears and eyes from that.
Yeah!
Woo! Okay.
Can I by any chance make an intimidate check off of that?
Yeah. You turning to the other 2?
Yes.
Roll intimidate.
Damn. That's just going to be your method of attack, isn't it?
Yeah. The only downside is I need to spend a round to prep it, but in later levels I can make more attacks
Yeah.
Like, that's all it's scaled, but like, it doesn't need to scale that much. Like,
Yeah.
plus 6 to hit.
I might have to get that on
Six.
We As Us, Simon. That's pretty...
Yeah. So I turn to the other two. Flee now to your masters, and I will spare your pitiful lives.
7.
17.
Okay. Do it.
You can make a roll to oppose. A courage check.
All right. No, they make it pretty handily. Actually, let's see. Yeah, they both make it. Okay, this guy looks kind of shaken. He's like backing him up a bit. This one grabs Mia and moves closer to her. He's looking panicked, but he's good. He's got a little dagger
I
out.
figured it'd come to that.
He doesn't. Yeah. Okay, so he's kind of fucking upset right now. He's sort of licking his lips, he looks back to his boss.
I'm the captain now.
And he points at the guy up front who's like shaking. And then over at his boss with the dagger. So he gabbles a bit in Draconic.
Oh man, we don't get any of the wizard loot.
This guy goes over to his big boss, grabs him, and like slinks back into the brook actually, and sort of dips into the water a bit and moves across the stream. They seem to be pretty good swimmers. The one by Mia waits a bit longer, gestures at you, please back up, and drops his knife and sprints across the river.
No wizard loot, damn it.
The two carry their boss and they scuttle off pretty quick.
Well, we still have the one that they abandoned.
Yeah.
Oh well. The important thing is that they're alive.
Yeah. So Mia just, oh god, oh gods.
All right, Enthus is going.
Oh,
to go up.
Lathrman, Palor, whichever one of you did that.
Enthus is going to go
by
up
the
to
bear.
her. Is going to go up to her. And,
Rhodey's
I'm going
starts to untie the cords.
Yeah, are they injured at all?
There's like rope burn and things like that.
Okay.
Lily got a bit of a black eye coming up actually.
Oh, okay.
Careless.
Little
wounds.
fuzz. Yeah.
Are you all right?
She's just, as soon as she gets free, she just starts sobbing. Mia scoops her up a bit and just is recovering by the side of the tree.
Everything all right now?
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, it's so...
Here, we'll take.
Oh, an elf. Okay. Corwin. Oh, thank goodness.
Hey, how's
Corwin's a little
Corwin
stiffly.
feeling? He's still kind of got the high from that protection from evil.
Yeah. Doing all right? Did my business over there.
Well done, Corwin.
Rhodey's though, the magic, wow.
Yes, that was incredible.
I try not to brag, but it is certainly a useful technique to make up for my lack of physical prowess these days.
Well, I hope you will know to not refuse what is given to you, and what I'm giving to you is kudos. Very well done.
Thank you. I sincerely apologize you were
What?
entangled in what turns out to be my business.
Right. I mean, a man should be able to start over, she says. It'd be an awful hypocrite if I say you can't bring your problems with you. It wasn't on purpose.
Oh, I am... Those who brought this back up, they will be held accountable.
Well, I don't know what track you have. Corwin's just kind of like, he's taking Lily up now. Come on, no, I got you. Your mama's tired. Okay, I can carry these. I can get these two back.
Was Corwin the one courting
You
her?
know what? Yeah. Yeah, I can get these two back. He says, "Do you guys want to investigate or look around here?"
I
There's
suppose
a bit
we...
of a campfire going. That's what orange hatches means, in case that wasn't abundantly obvious.
You already said it was a fire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, I'm so forgetful.
Well-
I forget what I've remembered to say.
All right. I suppose we should take a look around.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna roll a perception check.
Okay.
I'll see if I can roll not a 1.
That's a fat 27.
That's a fat not a 1 for once.
All right. So you guys. Okay. So the kobolds' little stocks of food are nearby. Looks like they ate most of what they got from the house, though. They were hungry or something. There's the little spool of fishing line. It's not really worth saving, honestly. Like, that's not something anyone would bother with.
I wanted the wizard loot.
Yeah.
Oh well.
He had some cool loot. Oh well. You took a deal to end the fight safe. That's valuable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Aside from that, most of like the home furnishings and things they stole from the astronomy household were cannibalized into their little, thing set up there. You do have the loot off of one of them.
That's just kobold loot.
Yeah, that's just regular kobold loot, unfortunately. And we can cover that, but you see the note.
going to be carrying the loot? Because Erodes isn't carrying loot.
Yeah.
Unlike usual, this is not who carries all of the things.
I can carry it. I've only got 10 strength, but that's average.
Also only kobold loot.
Yeah. They might have a spear, or a spear and a sling, I'd imagine. Mayhaps
Maybe
a dagger.
Okay. Yeah. Where does it list the gear stuff?
Treasure. At the bottom.
Oh, okay. So you got a bit of leather armor. You should probably make a separate page to keep track of that sort of thing.
Yeah. There's paper back here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get some paper.
Because we all know you won't consent to using my far superior eco-friendly paper.
Okay. So there's leather armor, his spear.
It's small leather armor, too.
Yeah.
And a sling?
Yep. This guy has a finely carved little wooden statuette slung in a pouch at the side. Seems to depict a frog. It's a big, nasty-looking frog, though. Very ornate. Little bits of colored glass or something stuck in its eyes.
It's a wooden statuette of nasty frog.
Yep.
TM.
TM. Yeah, other than that, little scraps of nasty kobold trail rations Enfys wouldn't be interested in eating.
It's open.
Okay, and you find the note next to the fire that one of the kobolds was working on, apparently at the coaching of the sorcerer. Big ungainly letters scratched out by someone who doesn't speak common properly. You see, at Erodes Ilaria. We take your people, trade you for them, and that's as far as they got. They were working on the ransom note when you guys got here.
Oh, okay, it was at, so it's to Erodes, but it's at Erodes Ilaria.
That's their grasp on Ingorisk.
Okay.
It was in Ingorisk, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, well, that's that, I suppose.
Yeah.
Not really anything else here.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are going to get back to town, and you two should probably talk over what's going to happen.
Okay.
Now, Corwin takes Mia and Lily back, and they're going to spend some time in the chieftain's house while they get her place fixed back up.
Okay.
Chieftain's a nice guy, and he looks after his people enough to do that. You two should probably talk on your way back about this turn of circumstances and things of a vaguely plot-related nature that might have to happen because of that.
So,
It appears my enemies in Ingar are still salty.
I mean, Haven't they won?
That's what I thought.
It's despicable, really. Holding on. It's been 35 years. That's what you said, right?
Yeah.
And they're still
a
holding on.
lifetime ago. I had no intentions of causing them trouble again.
And yet they're bringing this back up.
Well,
That's just despicable.
they won a war, and they've just picked one.
Does that mean you're setting out?
I believe it does.
Headed for Whitecliff?
Good as place to start as any.
Well, then perhaps you'd fancy a traveling partner.
I would indeed. Thank you so much for your help.
Think nothing of it. But in any case, it would be nice, for my part at least, to not have to go down the path alone.
Yes.
Though,
Let us set out tomorrow morning unless you have other business. You can stay with my family.
are you sure?
You helped tremendously. I want to repay you.
Well, make sure you repay Corwin as well.
I will. Not sure how.
Though I'm sure right now he wants a bit of, well, personal time
Yes.
with the damsel.
Yep.
You said you had a grandson and a granddaughter, yes?
Yes.
And a son and a daughter.
Yes.
Presumably.
Well, I should love to meet them. I love children.
Especially with gravy.
I was a teacher back in Parle. I told you that, yes?
Yes, I heard that.
Children were one of the things that made me gain appreciation for life after that whole war 93 years ago or so. So they mean a lot to me. I would love to meet yours. All right. I guess we're going to go back to his home and meet the family.
Quick note for you guys, the war Enfys was a part of was Harvold's punitive expedition in the Ingorisk. That's how it's referred to.
HPE. I don't know. I mean, is that, do we always call it that completely?
Like the official title was the
Harvold.
punitive expedition of King Harvold.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And Greer, the conflict you were involved in was the Rizzi insurrection. Because the two ringleaders were the Rizzi brothers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I go home. I tell my family the news. What it be?
Oh, good heavens, they were here for you?
Apparently.
Oh, no. What are we going to do about this? What? You're such an old man, too. What are these?
I'm sure many of them have died at this point. This
They're
is
nobles.
This is almost.
They'll have convinced their children that it's the children's fight to fight now. Although the children should have nothing to do with it.
Well,
It's a terrible shame.
who are... Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
Wait.
hello. Enfys Avessa. I assisted Orodes during the search party.
Charmed.
No, don't worry. Don't worry. I'm very familiar with Menti customs. I've lived in Parle for over 90 years.
Oh, that's nice. I'm in Gorsk, but...
I'm in Gorsk as well. We already have something in common then.
Well, anyways.
We are in some sense comrades in arms, though separated by a few
Oh,
decades.
you were part of the king's service?
Yes, during the punitive expedition.
Oh, from Harvold still. Well, I suppose you're an elf.
It's been a while. I was headed back to Whitecliff myself. And I just happened to come at a time when I could be useful.
Well, maybe you can help settle things for Aurelius out there?
That's the plan.
Well, that'll be lovely, darling. What are we going to do with you around the house and things like that? Did you actually say you were planning on going there?
Not only was he that, but he was like,
Yeah.
I was planning on
Her,
going.
her impression
Yeah.
is that, yeah.
She
I was planning on going as well. This is my matter to attend to.
You want to go into Ingor
and he was looking at the women.
when there are people trying to kill you in Ingor?
I can't let her solve my problem for me.
Yes, you can.
Like talking.
I mean, maybe you shouldn't, but
I would not hold it against you if you did.
no, that's
If you fear for your health, then
it's what's proper, she says, and like that's clearly, proper. Yeah. It's, oh, Rhodes, they're gonna kill you.
So I was like,
Can't.
Perhaps they will, but
I mean,
I can't just stay here if they're going to target other villagers to get at me.
that's true.
they've shown us.
And honestly,
They've shown
not
us.
like I have that many more years that if something tragic does happen to me, I have lost.
I mean, I've
and then his daughter was like,
Yeah.
I resigned myself to the fact that I have to spend a decade or two as a widow, but
I just felt so bad.
it just springs on you. I suppose that's how it was going to happen anyway. Plus, if you die out here, they might not believe it. If they're still bothering. Oh. I mean, I don't like it, but you're right.
Yeah, it's just Erodi's wife in here right now.
Yeah.
By the way, right? Okay. No.
Not breaking the news to the kids
Yeah.
or the grandkids.
What's your
yet.
son's name?
Names?
Oh.
My son is named Chrysos,
Oh, yeah. Hersus.
and his wife is Nissa.
Yeah. They
Who's
probably have their own
Erodi's
house.
wife? What's Erodi's wife name?
Aradni.
Ariadne.
Ariadne, yeah.
Yeah. Rocks a bit. Who's gonna tell her so? Do you want to or should I?
I'll tell him myself.
Alright. I have dinner going, so I guess I'll work on that. Oh boy.
Do you want any help?
Yeah. Do you know how to make a shepherd's pie?
I had some experience. I usually went for.
Sometimes I cook more dishes more befitting of our station, but I learned a bit of peasant things from the soldiers. I can make this fine.
Well, if I'm holding you back, then let me know.
No, I only asked because, I mean, and we don't have any boar. I can't make like a full proper feast if I don't have had a guest coming.
No worries.
No.
If you have, if you could satisfy me with a bit of fruit.
Yeah.
I'm not even much of a fan of meat anyway.
Well, okay. Ariadne kind of at that like. This is a traditional woman that are cooking. You gotta have meat, but she's like, elf.
I don't despise it. Just know that I'm
Well, that's good.
not missing.
Shepherd's pie is a good bit of meat. Do you want to chop the vegetables?
Certainly.
Okay. Yeah. Ariadne sort of talks to herself about the kinds of things she'd be cooking if she had her proper kitchen again. But aside from that, you go out in the field and see Hersos.
Yep.
Hersos is just
It's still pretty early in the day, isn't it?
Yeah. It's only like 1 or 2 in the afternoon. Pop! How you doing, Dad?
Well, bad news.
Oh no, they didn't find him? Or they found him?
Found him, safe and sound.
Oh, well that ain't bad.
No, it's
But he's like,
who took him. Well, the people who sent the people who took him.
Oh, and just,
like 30
I can't
Apparently
imagine.
my enemies back in Yingor
Oh,
have hired kobolds to try and capture me.
that's not their. You sure?
That's what the kobolds said. I can't imagine kobolds would be smart enough to make up a lie that convincing.
I mean, crafty little buggers. I hear. Oh wow, I'm just surprised if saying General Sjalin, this is
I don't want to put
someone else, I guess. Sjalin would never have.
people have
Sjalin's dead. What am I saying? He's definitely dead. This is kind of out of left field.
Yeah, I thought this matter was resolved as soon as I left. But apparently,
So like,
I forgot that
there are two people scouts roles. Household one that.
the one thing nobles' houses excel best at doing is holding grudges that need not be held.
That's the one that didn't.
But
So,
if they're going to be targeting
She said I gave
townsfolk to get at me, I can't stay here until the matter is resolved.
We're super behind now.
you're heading out then?
Yes.
Or are these, Hirsos draws his mouth into a little point and nods, and like, he'd sort of gotten into a slouch when you came over, but he straightened himself up, like, big boy time. Okay. Okay. Yeah. We can watch the place. I tell you to take care of yourself, Pops, but you know better than I what's going on over there, and what's gonna be like. Nessa will be upset. We eating with you and Ma tonight? Yeah?
Yeah, I won't head out till the morning.
I'll bring the kids over then.
Yeah. He's got a daughter too.
Yes.
So does the entire Olaria family live in one house, or do Nissa and Hirsos have like their own place?
I would assume that they all are in the same
Yeah,
house.
one big family compound. Nissa's in town getting business done, and she brought the kids in.
Yeah. What was Orodi's daughter's name?
Anahita.
Anahita, that's right.
Alright, since this is, possibly your backup PC, you wanna do a scene where she comes in, or what she was doing?
There, she was probably in amongst the people doing the searching parties. So after the news comes back, she'll return home. Yeah, she'll interrogate Orodes for a bit. After his plan comes out, she'll be rather cross and try and talk him out of it.
Yeah.
But
You don't want to roleplay her arguing with her dad.
I might be crazy, but I'm not crazy enough to convincingly pull off two different people arguing at each other as a single person.
Alright.
That is not in my repertoire.
Yeah?
Can you put away the dishes by the end of the night?
Yeah, I can do that.
Thank you.
Alright, so Empress, while you're cooking with Ariadne, you probably hear the argument going on in the other room
Yeah.
between elder and younger Ilaria. Yeah, I figured.
How long are you guys going to be here, and is it okay if Nikki plays Minecraft?
Yeah, we're almost done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Bit of a ruckus. And this has kind of been. She's had a faint smile on her face for the entire time the argument's been happening.
Yeah. Yeah. Anita's not the kind of girl to just take these things in stride. Oh. Hey, new lavender.
Well, that's love.
Yeah, I suppose so.
I'm envious. And all this time I've wasted moping over my past during the. What was the war that I was in called?
You can just call it the war if you want.
Yeah.
The technical name for it is the Punitive Expedition of King Harvald.
Okay. I've been moping around so long since the war, I never bothered to start one of my own. Well, I suppose I have men on back home.
Oh,
Oh, yes, I never married.
but a son?
Yes. An orphan who I
Well,
adopted.
I won't judge. You're a guest. Oh, orphan. Okay. Haha.
Excuse me?
Well, yeah, but a son, yes. And then she's like, well, I won't judge. Before she heard orphan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What did you think? Like, adopting people?
Yeah.
You disgust me.
He's about the same age as your son, actually.
Hersos?
Yes.
Oh. Well, I'm sure they get on well. You know. How's Yomanon like?
He's wonderfully. Oh, yes. This. You see this bracelet?
Well, yes.
He made it himself.
Oh, he made it.
Yes.
Blacksmith.
Yes, he
Good with his hands. Plays for that.
went under the tutelage of a blacksmith there. A very nice boy, very diligent.
Yes, yes. But don't dice those onions too much, sweetie.
Oh, yes. I love Menon very much, but I would love to have one of my own someday.
Oh, that's a natural feeling, yes. I've had enough for myself. It's hard bringing them upright out here. I sound like a boring old woman, don't I?
No. It is difficult. You've been uprooted. It's hard to find a way.
Yes. Oh, what I'd give to be back home. With my position. But the Rodies did the proper thing. I can't fault him. I don't know what I'd done if he'd done the improper thing.
Well, rest assured that I will do the best I can to ensure that Herodes comes home in one piece.
Well, if this gets resolved quickly, yes. He's been in better health than I expected at this point, but...
If things turn out perfectly, we might even be able to get some of your position back.
Oh...
In a perfect world, I suppose.
I don't know about that, dear. I mean, uprooting again at this point in my life, like... If he got a pardon, that would be... I would quite appreciate that. Or at least says he doesn't care, and maybe he's even telling the truth about that, but I care. I care.
It's something that he deserves.
But I can't go home now, just because... What am I going to do? I'm an old woman. I can't handle that. But I'd appreciate if you could swing that for me.
You have my word.
Yeah, that's enough of that. Well, your word that you'll try, or your word that you'll do it? Promises are powerful things.
I will do it.
Oh. Well, wow. I suppose we can break out some of the better stuff then. I mean, you drink brandy?
I'm more of a cider person myself.
I mean, brandy's from apples originally too, so...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just better, stronger, more refined, I think.
I can appreciate it.
I'm not an expert on alcohol.
Not a brandyologist, but I believe brandy is a more refined alcoholic apple beverage.
Alright.
Well,
Don't worry too much about it.
that's a promise, ma'am. Alright, but Ariadne looks a little more pleased about the prospect of him leaving if this is gonna get sorted. Yeah. So the grandkids come home, and they've never seen an elf before. I mean, they pass through town. Maybe the older kid has been in town once or twice when an elf.
How old are they?
But never this close to them, and the younger ones probably haven't seen.
Okay. They are 11, 8, and 4.
Okay.
Okay.
So you hear it from around the corner. There's a little kid poking his head around, and he ducks back. It's an elf.
Hello? Don't worry, I'm a nice elf. Hello?
The 11-year-old sort of shuffles out of there. The 8-year-old is peeking now. The 4-year-old one just sort of walks up there, like scratching at his face.
Alright, Enthus is going to go over to the 11-year-old one and just kind of like
Hello, ma'am.
kneel down. Yeah, and
The 4-year-old reaches for your ears. Why is he like that?
Why are yours like this? Ever think of that?
No. The 4-year-old just kind of is like digging at something in his mouth a bit. And he ponders.
The room seems to fade away around him as he enters this different world. His entire world is
A galaxy swirls behind him as sitar music starts playing, and he feels his ear.
Yeah.
The 11-year-old is staring stuck at you, and the 8-year-old is still peeking. The 8-year-old is a girl, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
She just gives another little wave. And this is going...
Is it true that elves steal babies?
No, we don't steal babies.
Okay.
Though I did have a baby once that nobody else had.
What? Did you steal
it? We don't steal babies, darling. Don't worry.
Changelings are a thing that actually have happened sometimes.
Oh.
Very rarely, not so much anymore, but like they can happen occasionally.
But that's Fae.
I mean, elves don't do it often, but it's a thing that can happen.
Okay. Well,
most elves in Amakar don't do that.
I'm still telling her no.
Yeah. I do leave a baby, so it's like net total, no babies lost.
Yeah. And also, Enthus is going into full-on like preschool teacher smile at these kids. Like.
Okay, your face is like, it's not bad, but it's not a human face. Yeah. So they're like, but they warm up to it.
I'm trying to, I'm giving them gentle looks.
All right. The 4-year-old just sort of like plops onto the ground. He's sitting now, his feet splayed in front of him, feeling his ear and watching you. Still not saying anything. The 11-year-old just starts asking you questions. Okay. Are you 1,000,000 years old?
No, I'm 242 years old.
So almost.
Almost there.
How old do elves go?
We usually live to about 1,000,002, give or take.
Oh no. Do elves get gray and wrinkly? Like Papa?
Do they in this world?
Not really.
Okay.
There maybe sometimes you see their hair turn colors, but they don't wrinkle.
Their hair grays
sometimes,
but they don't usually get any wrinkles.
How many elves are there?
Oh, 1,000,000.
Is that more than humans?
I think there are more humans than elves, actually.
How many humans are there?
1,000,002.
Do you speak Elvish?
Yes, I do.
Say something in Elvish.
Okay. What am I gonna say in Elvish?
Yeah.
You're a handsome little boy.
Whoa, what does that mean?
It means you're very handsome.
Whoa, what's my name in Elvish?
Bees?
A bad girl can get good.
A good girl can get bad bees and fuck them, and that's good? How?
What?
It begs the question, how bad can a good girl get?
Dank meme!
How bad can I be?
Eggnog, 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 yum! Ah!
I have multiple questions.
I am Confucian.
So I am Confucian.
Why is this one Kansas, but this one is not Arkansas? America, it's Blaine. What do you mean it's Arkansas? Okay, enough of that.
Okay.
All right, well, let's burn Enthus.
No!
Where are we burning Enthus?
She's a witch.
Look,
I mean, what's the difference between a cleric and a witch, honestly?
One's an arcane caster and one's a divine caster.
yeah, one's wisdom based.
See?
the other's
Equally
intelligence.
flammable. You gotta think like a peasant.
Except clerics have a D8 hit dice, whereas witches still have a D6.
That means the cleric will last longer. A more efficient fuel source. See, England,
Why do
we used to
witches
just
burn?
burn Catholics, but then in the 1600s we switched to witches. This was a big mistake. We quickly exhausted our supply of witches, and we've been running out of things to burn ever since. Obviously, we should have stuck with the Catholics. They're a naturally renewable resource.
Because think about it. No more witches, tons of Catholics.
We're reaching levels so stupid that shouldn't be possible.
What? Show me those statistics again.
It's just a scribble of a brain equals poop.
It just doesn't add up.
It's something
And yet-
going off the charts.
And yet I can't deny what's before my very eyes.
Wait a minute. How did this happen? We're smarter than this. Stay back, barbarian. The Rhine has long served as the frontier. We shan't allow you to cross. You don't understand, man of the cities and steel. Out here in the wilderness, there are things more terrifying than even your army. We will cross, even if it means war. What could drive you to face the legions, The Hun. He comes from the east. What's so special about this guy? He's got a gun.
Oh shit!
Till it comes over the hill. The entire army just breaks rank into
Yeah.
solves.